Hey YouTube, I'm up in the middle of the night, shooting this video. I'm starting to realize that everywhere you go, they want you dating. They want you with someone. They're completely ignoring Apostle Paul's warning that it's better to be alone. They're completely ignoring it because, first of all, they don't want to be in alignment with God. We're being taught by certain people that being in alignment with God is enslavement. So you have this group of people now that are rebelling against God. And they're rebelling against God because they don't want to be enslaved. They don't want to be in any position that requires them to be underneath someone. And it's so hard for me to explain to these people that, to be totally honest with you, whatever you do in life, it's going to be a servitude to it. You're going to have to serve somebody. You're going to have to actually submit yourself and offer some form of service to somebody. That's whether you work for yourself, you work for a group of people, or whatever. But it's not the servitude that creates the problem. What's going to create the problem is the people that you are serving. Now, you're good when you have people that appreciate your servitude and appreciate you serving. But when you have those people that are negative, that don't appreciate you serving, you now became enslaved. And they want you submissive to them. Now, enslavement has its own issues with it. Because now the issue is to compel you to be a part of things that you don't want to be. Part of things that are against the will of God. Everybody's trying to marry a woman of God or a man of God. But you ain't trying to get married to the Word of God. First, get yourself reconciled to the Word of God first. Stop seeking out relationships and become in servitude to something that appreciates you and wants you to serve it. And it will appreciate you and value you and increase you because of your servitude and your enslavement to it. Since that's what they're calling. They're calling it enslavement because the last time I checked, and when we go into Matthew, he knew that they were going to come and talk about slave stuff. So let's talk about it. He said, it's good enough for you to be exactly like your master. And your master has no imperfection. So if you actually in servitude to the Word of God, you have no imperfection. But what you're going to run into now, we are surrounded by demonic people, unclean people, ungodly people. They want to have sex. They want to have sex with grown people. They want to have sex with children. They want to have sex with this. They want to have sex with that. They're trying to compel you to be sexually active in the same manners they are and carry the same mannerisms. They're trying to teach you all this stuff. But one thing they don't want you involved with, they don't want you involved with God. So I tell men all the time, and women, I've been preaching this to my daughter. I've been preaching it to her because she says she has this man now, and he's a righteous man, and he wants to marry her. He's in the church. He wants to marry her. He's starting this ministry and all of this different stuff. And she just says, I don't know if he's sincere. I don't know if he's the type of man that I should be going to the next level with, and I'm scared. You know, and it's okay. And she, you know, she has her other issues and stuff that she's concerned about. And I can tell you, men of God, now, stop looking for these women in this season, because everything that's telling you to marry is not of God. Apostle Paul has already gave you the message. It is better to be alone. But if you can't calm down your hormones and control yourself and become more disciplined that you can stand alone, then of course find you in a partner or get married. But men are disciplined. You are called to be disciplined, which means that in a disciplined state, a lot of times as a man or a woman of God, we must be disciplined enough to stand alone and put ourselves in God's hands and say, well, this is my family right here. God is the only family that I got right now. And even though you have a family and you have an extended family, they may be in total chaos. They may be doing all this different stuff. But everything that you do alone as a disciplined woman or a man of God, you are sowing seeds into your bloodline. Even if that bloodline is cut off, they will give you another bloodline to sow seeds into. And don't tell me that they won't, because we have the story of Eli. We have the story of his son. We have the story of how God will give you another bloodline and bless that bloodline. We have to really look at all this stuff that's going on. Yes, my original heart wants my bloodline to be blessed. My original heart wants the best for my bloodline. But yet and still, I'm wondering, will my bloodline even see God in the modern day? Will we see God in blindness in the modern day? Will God be able to actually reach us in the modern day? Because we're so consumed with finding a partner that we ain't even teaching our kids, look, there's going to be some times when you stand alone. We're so consumed with social networking that we forgot one part of being a social network is standing alone. I must first learn to stand alone before I can stand strong with the group as mighty as a group can be. See, I can't run with a pack. I must first learn to stand alone and learn my place alone in order to learn my place amongst a pack of people. I can't walk into a pack of people and actually bring about my destiny if I don't know who I am. That means that I would easily be basically brought down amongst these people because I would be easily torn because I see so much greatness around me in that pack of people or that group of people that I can be brought down. First, I must find my place and my positioning and my feeding in the Word of God, most of all, and learning discipline in the Word of God alone. So while we're trying to connect ourselves and find mates and partners and group and fraternization and sitting up there finding churches and trying to initiate ourselves within them churches and move up in the ranks in those churches and stuff like that, before you start doing that, I want you guys to step back and ask yourself, what do God want me? What does the Word of God say? What does the Word of God say He wants me to look like? We have young women. They're in charge of other young women, and they are a part of the ministry, but you halfway naked in the ministry. You're not covered up. You all the way adorned. I mean, head uncovered, hair down to your back, nose did, hair did, everything did. And that's nothing wrong with that. But now, you're getting ready to enter into destiny. And God's calling for more than just hair did, nails did, everything did. Can you sit up there and can you show with nothing on your face, no makeup, no eyelashes, your hair covered up, your nails is fine, don't even worry about it, keep them done, girl, keep them done, stay beautiful. But I tell people all the time, just natural nails, something simple, do an acrylic over it, Just because my nails sometimes softens a lot because I go through a lot with people, and I ended up going through soft nails, so acrylic layover and a nice polish, a do. Will that be enough for you? Can you guys start to hold up as women to what you are called to be as a woman? But I know it's going to be so hard because you got everything calling you, the music calling you. Guess what? It's the reason why that music's calling you. Because you done been through it. It's the reason why movies stick out to you. You've been through it. It's the reason why you can show empathy to other people because you've been through it. But some of these people that are around you have no empathy because they the one taking you through it. They ain't never been through it, but they'll take you through it. So they have no empathy. They have no sympathy. They relate to nothing because that's what they do. They do what you sing about or what you hear sung about. They do it. They compel other people to do it. And you have to wake up. This is not the season for dating. Find movies that don't involve dating. I'm looking on YouTube and everybody got their man and their man doing all this ish-gosh, whoosh-gosh, hitting them with that Orlando Brown. This disease mess. Just try to attract other people to want what they have. And at this point, I'm going to be real with you. All you women out there that's trying to attract men and women or all of this stuff that attracts these people, you may not want them after a while because you start having problems when you go out and they know who you are. So, the best advice I can give to you in this season, lay low. Chill. See, the best part about us, we like to chill. Look, man, that's too much work. We chilling. We ain't on that. We ain't trying to get involved in that. I guess that's the Fraser way. They once sat up there and joked about all Brown want to do is just chill. That's our personality. Chill, man. Y'all doing too much. Chill out. We don't do that. We just relax. We chill, and do us. And it's funny how in the first beginning I was laughing. I was like, I'm listening to it and it seemed kind of crazy. It seemed a little odd. And I had to realize that there was a truth in it because I'm never on hype stuff. I'm never on a lot of different stuff. And when you start inviting people into your atmosphere, some of the people you invite in may be on different things than you, even if they're a partner. And now you're partaking in different things that you're not aware of. I can't tell you, I sat back and I watched the YouTube series. They got like this great, man, I love this YouTube channel. It's called Holy Heartbeat. And it talks about these African people, and some of them are American and all over the country. And it's like this Christian Testament channel. And the guy was like, she looked at me and I just did whatever she wanted me to do, and stuff like that. And you rarely get the truth like that because having been in those type of situations, I can understand. And now I value my aloneness with myself. I value me strengthening myself more than anything else because there are some things that want me weak. Even with me being alone, there are some things that attack me, that wants me weak and wants me without. And I have to be careful with myself. And that's what I'm telling other people. Be careful, man. I can't tell you, the other night I was asleep. Honestly, not the other night, the other day, I was asleep, knocked out. Devil started showing up, showing out. I don't know if someone else was caught up in an issue, and they was like, well, we just going to use her to cover this issue up. I don't know what it is, but they were so trying to cast and propel all kinds of filth and unclean thoughts, unclean processes on me. I have been going through that for the past couple of days since the incident occurred. And I'm not a partaker of none of that stuff. But I've been going through attack after attack since that day. Of sexual stuff, or all kinds of stuff. Attack after attack after attack after attack. And I have to tell the enemy, you didn't win last time, and you ain't going to win this time, because I'm even more committed for God than I was before. But guess what? I took the break to do my exams and to study for my exams, even though I failed them anyhow. I'm doing a retake because all the stuff that I studied in the books that I bought wasn't even on the test. It's only like maybe a few things. I wouldn't even give it. The amount that was on the test was so low too, it was ridiculous. All the books that I studied, I purchased offline, everything, none of them matched up to the test whatsoever. I felt humiliated. I was angry. I was like, what? I was very angry. But I say this to say all those attacks came because guess what? I hadn't read my Bible in a little bit. Usually I read my Bible, but almost every day I try to get like a little bit of Word of God in. I hadn't did that. Haven't did my motivational speeches that I listen to, my 30-minute motivational speeches. Hadn't did my 30-minute sermons. I hadn't did anything. My only focus was for that week was to study and pass my exam. And, you know, I took a little time off or whatever. And I guess the enemy thought, okay, well, she's gonna be mad about the fact that she didn't pass. I'm not. I'm kind of relieved. I'm kind of happy. I'm in a good place. I'm happy. I feel like if God really wanted me to, you know, change something, He would have made it available. I'm kind of happy the way it went. But like I said, we have to turn around. We have to separate ourselves and figure out what is best for us without other people's involvement. Separate yourself. Stop trying to date and find out what it's like to be alone. Find out what it's like to know yourself and to get to know yourself better. Because if you don't, you're going to regret it. You really are. Because being with somebody else, these people have plans on overthrowing you. They got plans on doing all kinds of stuff. And if you don't know who you are, you're not going to make it. If you don't know who you are in God, you're not going to make it. These people have you doing all kinds of stuff. Well, to be a woman or a man of God, you can't eat pork. You can't sit up there. All you're supposed to eat is fruits and vegetables. You'll be around here eating fruits and vegetables about to pass out. You'll be around here eating period and still be about to pass out. Because they're after the women and the men of God. They're after people who aren't involved in nothing wrong. They're after people who are not partakers in evil doings, because this is our succession season. This is our rise season. And their job at this point is to keep us down and keep us in a state of submission so they can continue to push undisciplined, unstructured, unlogical people on the world. Illogical people. I'm going to tell you something. Another thing. Stop relinquishing trust to strangers. Thinking that every stranger is you, or every stranger is a woman or a man of God. Beware of wolves in sheep's clothing. You were warned of this. Beware of wolves in sheep's clothing, because inwardly they are raven wolves. They wait to devour you. Can you imagine a wolf in a sheep pasture? He's a wolf in a sheep pasture. Sheep does not fight back. they sleep. They can't fight them back. It has to be a shepherd awoken to fight for them. And it's through laborers. It's through shepherds in these seasons. You must know what you're dealing with. Stop trusting people. Stop letting people around your children. Stop letting people around your house. I don't care if they family. I don't care who or what they is. When they start showing signs that they ain't for you, get them from around you. Put yourself with God and God only, and get every negative person from around you so that you can reap the harvest and rewards of what God truly has for you and have for your life. Hopefully these words encourage you. Hopefully these words give you strength. And hopefully these words help you fight, because trust me, there is so much darkness out here and so many enemies out here that want to see you guys fall. It's ridiculous. So you can't sit up here and you can't allow people in, and that's that I gotta stand alone. I gotta stand alone. If you don't, let's say we're in a apocalyptic type state or whatever, you done prepped your house. You prepped your house. They didn't prep theirs, but you prepped yours, and for whatever God may bring your way. You prepped your house. You set up there. You built the storehouse that's 25 to 100 years. Food saved up. You took the time out to say, okay, even if I can't do 25 years, even if I can't do nothing but a couple of months, a couple of weeks, whatever I can do, I'm going to do that. Let me tell you something. The enemy will still come in and try to steal all your hard work from you. So the word of God say, do what you can, and I'm going to deal with the rest. He's not saying that you won't go up against enemies. He's not saying that they're not going to take from you. He's not saying that they're not going to steal from you. He's not saying that you're not going to be deceived sometimes by the likes of these people. But what he is saying, trust me. What he is saying, what the word of God is saying, look, put some trust in these commandments. Because guess what? I got news for you. Every commandment that God gave you, as far as the 10 commandments, they now got religions against that. They got a religion worshiping thieves, greed. They got a demon called a greedy demon. It's willing to steal from you. It's willing to take from you. Adam, Lester Keys talks about this, which is like a occultic book, but at the same time, it talks about this. It actually tells you that there are demons out there that got a plan for your life, and they've been around since the beginning of time. What they did to Adam and Eve, they plan to do to you, and these things have been around since biblical times, so you can imagine you just woke up. You better be on your knees praying, because you ain't got none but sinners and demons around us. You ain't got none but unclean spirits around us. And you already know the devil trying to show up and blind you. You already know Satan sitting up there saying, I don't want you to move. Comatosing you, trying to put you in a sheep-like state. You already know they don't want you to rage against them. You already know they really ain't ready for a fight. They may be ready for a fight, but you're not ready for a fight. Because guess what? When you ready, they ain't. When you ready, they ain't. When you on their level, they ain't. So you better know what you're doing, how you're going to prepare yourself, and how you're going to separate yourself from these people and stop trying to date and trying to fraternize, affiliate. Let me tell you something. I'm sweet all day. I'm nice to people all day. Hello, hi, how you doing? But at the same time, I like to be left alone a lot. Especially in this season with everything going on. Because I don't know who's for me and who's against me. There's a lot of people that'll smile in your face. I'm for you. Oh, I love you so much, girl. I'm here for you. I'm here to help you. And those are the same people burning you every 5 minutes. Those are the same people trying to take from you. Those are the same people trying to destroy you. But guess what? They right there in your face and they send up, girl, I love you. I'm here for you. And the whole time they waiting to your destruction. And when your destruction comes, you can't find nobody. You sitting there alone. So let me give you a couple of hints and a couple of clues. When your destruction ain't going on, you stay alone too. You can feed the people that you feel like for you. Or feed them with a long handle spoon. Look, this spoon so long. Look, you ain't even getting nowhere near me. It's just that long. I feed you, baby, but I'm feeding you from a distance. Go distal. Get away from him. Because I can't have certain things going on with me and be partnered up and booed up with somebody. That's an enemy to me. I'm only rising because of my affiliation with you. Oh, you good because you connected to me. Well, guess what? The moment that I'm not connected to you, am I still going to be good? Am I still going to be straight? The moment I'm alone and I ain't got a pot to piss in, window to throw it out of, I don't have nobody for me, I don't have no money, I don't have no friends, I don't have nobody there, are you still for me? Will you look out for me? I have nothing. Will you look out for me? Will you feed me? Will you clothe me? Will you make sure that I'm straight? And truth be told, you're not going to find now that's going to do that. So you must sit up there and you must protect yourself at all costs and guard yourself at all costs. This is not me saying be antisocial. Do not associate with Christians and do not sit up there and fellowship with people of God. It's not that I'm not trying to fellowship with people of God, but people of God understand I am in such a delicate season right now that I have to be isolated a lot. I can't even tell people, man, I just spent 3 weeks sick as a dog. I had this test coming up. I could barely think, function, or anything. I'm sick. I was sick. Nobody even knew. I'm working every day. They don't even understand this. I got up. I went to work every day. Clocked in on time. I think it was on a one day in these past 3 weeks that I didn't clock in, and it was one day that I took off. But other than that, I got up. I went to work, sick or well, tried to push through my day and do all the tasks that these people required of me to do. Whether I felt good, whether I didn't, and try to study. And nobody knew that. Because they look at me and they say, oh, well, she's not sick. There's nothing wrong with her. She's not going through anything. She's not afflicted. She's not persecuted. She's not going through this. She's not going through that. And the only reason why they can look at me like that, and I'm going to tell you really the God-given truth, because it has to be God's hands on me. Has to be. Because ain't no man could actually do what God's doing right now. And honestly, it has to be God's hands on me and his people actually fighting for me in some kind of way by just trying to heal me, just trying to work with me and trying to bless me and trying to do stuff for me and trying to help grow me. Because honest to God, it can't be nothing else but God and God's people. Because ain't no enemy gonna come and try to help me at all. Because the enemy, when they help you, it comes with strings attached. It comes with all kinds. I'm only helping you so I can sit up there and bring you down to nothing type, personality type stuff. And I guess what? I'm going through that too. I got people that's around just to help me so they can bring me down. They're trying to play me like butter plate toast. Like white on rice. Trying to play me close. But I go through that type of thing. These people going to do what they do, and I'm going to serve my God. And I'm telling y'all the same thing. Practice discipline. Trust in God. Because guess what? Sick or well, you might be that sick, and you might have to take care of yourself by yourself. That's why I always tell people, I love doing meal preps. I love doing meal preps. So when I prep for a meal, and I prep for that week, I prep for 2. The second week goes in the freezer, just in case I go through, I got something to pull. Lately, I've been doing it a little bit different. Lately, I haven't been doing any of my freezer meals. What I have been doing like my Walmart type thing going on where I eat a salad from Walmart pretty much every day. So I get lettuce, pico de gallo, avocado, or instead of avocado, I might get a guacamole, and I sit up there and I get me a rotisserie chicken or the frozen chicken bites out of the freezer. I warm it up, or it's already warm, and I cut that up and I eat my chicken salad. And I use ranch or French dressing. I'm not gonna eat no doggone builder dressing. I'm not gonna eat. I'm not gonna eat no Italian dressing. The only time I eat Italian dressing when I'm eating pasta salad. But I eat me some ranch and French dressing on there, and put some cheese on there, and pretty much that's what I do during the week to eat. And I also been doing like the Great Value. They have like the sausage, egg, cheese biscuit, as well as the sausage, egg, and cheese croissant. I eat those too, and that's what I do to get through the week and stuff like that. Nobody knows what I really go through as far as trying to feed, clothe, or take care of myself. But I do what I have to do. When I go shopping for personal items, and I'm going to tell you this, usually I do this every paycheck, and I've been slipping. God forgive me. I've been slipping. Usually every paycheck I would go and I would buy personal hygiene, but I buy by the 2 counts. So I would buy I'll buy 2 pads, 2 dish bottles, 2 boxes of dish bottles, which is a 4 count, and stuff like that. And this is how I prepare my storehouse. I would buy 2 count deodorants. I would buy 2 lotions, 2 foot powders, 2 of everything. Like, instead of me buying 1, I know that 1's good enough. I'm buying bulk, so I'm buying 2 counts or buying double. If I can't afford to buy 2 of the 2 count anything, like if it's deodorant or anything, I buy that 1 2 count. But it counts for something towards my storehouse and stuff like that. And every time I get paid, usually I would do this, and it would run me about $35. But I have been slipping. Honestly, I have. But we got next year. We got the upcoming year coming. I plan to be in my own little trailer this year coming up, which is a blessing. God's working. Hey, God's working. He's good. I'm believing in him. I'm going to make it happen. God got me. So I'll be in my own little trailer, and it's 24 feet. Special order. I wanted to get the custom made, but my money was low, so I can't get that. But I told the guy that I'll see you in about a month or 2 to actually finish up and close up this deal and get the trailer down here from Georgia. So hopefully that happens, and I'm gonna sit up there, decorate my little trailer, do what I normally do for myself, and live life as best as I can. And try not to worry about the complexity of these things, because it's so much going on, and it's only so much I can do, especially in a blinded state. See, in a blinded state, I'm disabled. So being disabled, I have to take out more time for who? Me. Now, it's different when you can see, because when you can see, it says, okay, well, look, it's not all about you. You can see and you know what's going on. So you have a power to fight, and you need to fight and shepherd over God's people like you're supposed to, and lead and guide God's people the best you can. But in this state, I don't have much. I just got to sit up here and do what I got to do for myself, and that's what I'm telling the other disciples too. Do what you got to do for yourself. If you can help somebody, trust me, if I can shepherd over somebody, I'm going to do it. If I can bless you, I'm going to do it. If I can help you, I'm going to do it. If I can look out for you, I'm going to do it. But if I can't, I'm not going to stress about it. I'm going to give it to God. And I know God is going to do it. So at the same time, do what y'all supposed to do. Don't worry about it. The things that you can't see, the things that you have no control over, it's not your problem. It's somebody else's problem. Right now, all you can do is deal with self, and that's what they want you to distract yourself from. That's why they're sitting up there doing all that stuff around you. That's why they sitting up there doing the stuff that they doing, trying to sicken you. That's why they doing that extra and stuff like that. That's why they want you to have low self-esteem. That's why they want to play on the personality. That's why they want to play on everything that God says that you are. Because guess what? The goal is to try to make you not that. So trust in God and believe that He's able. Hope these verses encourage you. And say to yourself, watch movies about people by themselves. Start watching these movies. Every Christian movie, every worldly movie, all of them got people hooking up. You stop trying to hook up and do what Apostle Paul said. You know these people ain't godly. Take care.